अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाह। जो कल का वीडियो है इसमें हमने डिस्कस किया था कैसे जो मैटर के डिफरेंट फार्म्स होते हैं, क्योंकि जो वो डिपेंड होते हैं उनके जो पार्टिकल्स उनकी पैकिंग पर और द फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन बिटवीन द पार्टिकल्स विच कॉन्स्टिट्यूट द विच मेक अप द मैटर। So matter has different status because of difference in their in their packing of particles and forces of attraction between them। अगर हम एग्जांपल लेंगे, जो आधे जो substances हैं उनमें particles they are closely packed, in other substances the space between them is somewhat large, and in other cases the interparticle distance is very large, very large, and as a result forces of attraction between these particles in different types of matters are different. This is the reason matter has different status, yani it has different forms. Matter exists in many forms, जो हमने कल बोला था। there can be many states of matter, but जो हमें यहाँ डिस्कस करना है तीन states हैं उनमें उनको हमें in detail डिस्कस करना है, जो आपने पढ़ा होगा लोअर क्लास में, liquids, solid, liquids and gases, और two more forms of matter are plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate, BE condensate, Bose-Einstein condensate। इन दोनों के बारे में हमें इंट्रोडक्शन हमें थोड़ा बहुत हमें जानना है, प्लाज्मा एंड Bose-Einstein condensate। सो नाउ जो हमने पढ़ा था, जो सॉलिड्स हैं, यानी इनमें जो interparticle distances they are very small, hence the forces between interparticle forces are large, distances are small, ठीक। so large are the interparticle forces between them, small is the interparticle distance between the particles, hence which is why they possess different properties, means they are rigid, solids are rigid, they are rigid, जो हमने पढ़ा था, they have high density, जो हमने पढ़ा था density is higher in case of solids। so interparticle distance in case of solids is जो हमने पढ़ा था about 1 angstrom, that's equal to 10 power minus 10 meter, ठीक। जो लिक्विड्स हैं उनमें जो दे शो द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ फ्लूइडिटी एंड गैसेस शो मैक्सिमम फ्लूइडिटी, ठीक। लिक्विड्स हैव लेस इन डेंसिटी दैन सॉलिड्स, व्हाइल एज गैसेस हैव वेरी लेस डेंसिटी दैन लिक्विड्स एंड सॉलिड, जो हमने पढ़ा था। अब चूँकि हमने पढ़ा था कि कैसे ये डिफरेंट होते हैं आपस में, क्योंकि उनकी जो प्रॉपर्टीज़ होती हैं डिफरेंट, उन्हीं प्रॉपर्टी के बिना पर हम इनको डिफ़ाइन कर सकते हैं सॉलिड, लिक्विड्स एंड गैसेस। क्योंकि हमने पढ़ा था सॉलिड्स आर रिजिड, सो हम ऐसे डिफ़ाइन कर सकते हैं सॉलिड इज़ दैट स्टेट ऑफ मैटर और दैट फॉर्म ऑफ मैटर विच possesses high rigidity, which possesses rigidity, and they are rigid. It is incompressible, means when outside forces are applied to the solid, it maintains its shape. So that is they are incompressible, and they cannot be compressed, and hence has a definite shape and a definite volume. They possess definite shape and definite volume. So solid is that form of matter which possesses rigidity, is incompressible, and has a definite shape and definite volume. This is the definition of solid. Solids can be defined like this. So on the basis of properties, we can define the solid, liquid, and gases. So the best definition of solid is that it is that form of matter which possesses rigidity, it is incompressible, and has a definite shape and definite volume. Now we will discuss some important properties of solids. So number first property is solid has a definite shape and distinct boundaries. Distinct boundaries. जो सभी जानते हैं, they have a definite shape and definite volume. Since these solids have interparticle distances small, due to their small interparticle distances, interparticle distance, and it is also called interparticle spaces, or they have a particular name called voids. Due to small voids, due to small interparticle distances, hence small interparticle distance, hence force of attraction between these particles is strong due to small interparticle distances and strong force of attraction between the particles of solid. That is why solids have a definite fixed shape and distinct boundaries. Like tape, suppose this is the board, it has a definite shape, it has a shape and distinct boundaries, because the particles which make up this board are very closely packed, and hence they have strong forces of attraction. Similarly, this pen has a shape because of its particles which are closely packed. So they do not change their shape when they are put under external, when they are put in a different container. Suppose इसको container में रखेंगे हम, let's place it in some container. It does not change its shape, it retains its shape. Solids retain their shape, they maintain their shape when they are put in different containers. However, there are certain substances like sugar हैं, salt हैं. अगर sugar और salt को हम किसी container में रखेंगे like this is a container, इसमें sugar रखेंगे या salt रखेंगे, they take up the shape of the container. They take up the shape of it, even though they are solids. Because if we take one crystal of sugar or salt and put it in some container or on the palm of our hand, it does not change. It does not change. The crystal which we pick from this container, and when we put it on this board on the hand, it maintains its shape. It is a fixed shape. So that is why that's why we can say that sugar and salt is also solid. So what is the first properties which we have discussed? They have definite shape and definite bond. This is all due to the interparticle distance and interparticle forces. Interparticle distances are very, very small, and hence more forces of attraction due to this small interparticle spaces, and hence large interparticle forces. The solids have definite shape and distinct boundaries. This is the first definition. This is the first properties of this solids. Second property, they are rigid. Solids are rigid. They show process of, they possess rigidity. Rigidity means the solids, if they maintain shape, they maintain their shape when some outside force is applied on it. Suppose मैं इस पे force apply करूँगा, I press this board with our hand, it does not change its shape. That means it is rigid. It's hard. It is unbending. It does not bend. So this solids are rigid. They possess rigidity. ठीक. If we hammer this board, it may break, but does not change its shape. But exceptions are there. There are exceptions. It is to be noted that some solids may change their shape under the influence of force, but again same when this outside force is withdrawn. Suppose दो हम लेंगे needed floor, ठीक, अगर हम इसको ऐसे करेंगे, नीड करेंगे, a void is created, in the dough, but slowly it returns its shape, और रबर बैलून लेंगे हम, रबर बैलून को हम प्रेस करेंगे ऐसे, फिर छोड़ेंगे, रबर बैलून maintains its shape, यानी they show properties of this elasticity. ठीक, however ये आपको याद रखना है, exceptions are there. Some, if excessive force is applied in some cases, suppose in case of rubber may break, rubber ball or balloon may burst. So in general, solids are rigid, they possess the property of rigidity. Third property, they have definite volume. This is again due to the interparticle distances. They cannot be compressed. Suppose this is the interparticle distance between the particles. We cannot these particles, if outside force is applied, these particles may not come close together, more close together. That's why they possess definite volume. So due to small interparticle distances, solids cannot be compressed, and hence they have a definite volume. It means they are incompressible. But exceptions are also there. Suppose हम कॉटन लेंगे, उसको हम easy compress कर सकते हैं. क्यों? वो भी solid है. Cotton is also solid. मैंने वही बोला. In general, they have definite volume. They are incompressible. Exceptions are there. Exceptions are very few. Fourth property is solids do not possess the property diffusion. They do not show the property of diffusion. Diffusion में intermixing of particles. एक जो substance है दूसरे substance के particles से intermix होंगे, उसको बोलते हैं diffusion. मगर solids they do not show this property of diffusion. This again due to interparticle distances is small in solids, and hence strong force of attraction. It means solids of one substance do not mix with the solids of another matter. This is also due to the small interparticle distances. Also हम ये ऐसे भी इसको जान सकते हैं, क्योंकि जो particles of the solid है, they do not vibrate freely. They do not move from their positions at all. Only they vibrate. Suppose these are the particles of solid. They only vibrate like this, to and fro, like this about their mean position. Suppose this is the mean position of the particle. They only vibrate from their original positions around their mean position. Therefore, in general, so they do not have the property of diffusion. But also exceptions are there. In rare cases, diffusion of one solid into another is possible. Suppose if we take let's take two metals and we place them on one. Suppose I place this metal on this metal, and we left it for some months or some years. After years, these metals stuck. They get joined together. This but it is rare. Similarly, जब हम पढ़ते हैं स्कूल में, तब जब हम चॉक वाइट जो ब्लैक बोर्ड था उन दिनों हुआ करता था, हम उनको उस पर जो चॉक से लिखते थे, ठीक, जब चॉक से हम लिखते थे, फिर 2-3 दिनों जब छुट्टियां होती 2 दिनों के बाद हम जब स्कूल जाते थे, तो जो ये ब्लैक बोर्ड है वो इसको जो रब करते थे, वो मतलब वो साफ़ नहीं होता था, मतलब मुश्किल होता था वो क्या रब करना, क्योंकि जो यहाँ वहाँ पर भी डिफ्यूजन होता है, मगर दिस डिफ्यूजन इज़ वेरी वेरी रेयर. यानी अगर हम चॉक से किसी टेबल या बोर्ड पे लिखेंगे, फिर 15 दिन 20 दिन या 30 दिन के बाद हम उसको रब करने की कोशिश करेंगे, इट बिकम्स डिफ़िकल्ट टू रब that because diffusion takes place. But diffusion, it is long, it takes time. In case of solids, certain solids, not in all cases, it is long lost. It takes too much time, and it is very very less, and it is very it takes place slowly, it takes place and takes more time, it takes more diffusion. But in some cases, in general, solids do not possess the property of diffusion. These are some properties of solids. Hope you have understand this, and thanks. कल हम आगे जाएंगे लिक्विड्स और गैसेस में, गैस की प्रॉपर्टीज़ पढ़ेंगे, एंड थैंक्स.